Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 11th. September 11th. Where was I on September 11th, 2001? I was in Minneapolis. And I was driving to work when the news hit. I was acting director for the fulfillment center of my department of the company that I worked for. And we watched it on TV pretty much all day. Not a whole lot of work was going on that day. We had a lot of people out traveling and stuck that week in places that they couldn't come home from. So that was my remembrance. It's not a good one. 11 days later, my niece was born. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I really don't want to think about that day. So anyway, today is, and I got my fan on because it's nice and cool outside, and it feels really, really good to have a fan on. I am going to be showing video today. I didn't get anything started yet because my computer was in this complete update mode for a long time this morning. So I had already set up to do the live on my phone because I didn't think it was going to come back, but it did. Yay. And everything's moving really quickly right now. So that's really good. So I'm going to talk about our trip that we took on September 1st to Salida, Colorado. This is the t-shirt that I bought. I bought a big one because it was the only one that they had. And I really wanted this t-shirt. So I bought this. This is Salida. So the reason we went to Salida is because we wanted to meet up with my nieces, my sister's daughters. They both live in Denver. And this was like the halfway point. And so we met there to have lunch with them. And I haven't seen my oldest niece since she got married 6 years ago. So it was really nice. Her husband, John, was in the Marines at the time that they got married. And so they moved to Colorado like the day after they got married. Not to Colorado, to California, to San Diego. And when he finished his 5-year term, he left the Marines and they moved to Colorado because on their many trips back and forth to San Diego, they went through Colorado and she fell in love. And so that's where they're going to probably spend the rest of their lives. Climbing 14ers and all that good stuff. She works for Kong, which is a dog and cat, a pet toy company of sorts, and she is the social media person. So anything you see on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that, it's all being done by her now. So we met them. My youngest niece is 23. She's going to be 23 in 11 days. So we met them in Salida and had lunch at a place called High Tide. And on the way to Salida, we went over Monarch Mountain. And Monarch Mountain, and there's pictures in there, is a continental divide. So from what I understand, this is where the rivers will change direction as to which ocean they flow towards. That's what I understood to be the case. I even Googled it and it kind of matched what I was told. So anyway, there's a picture of that. So, and I did also buy a coffee mug from Monarch Mountain. So in Salida is a very beautiful, beautiful city. And it's old. And there was a very nice park that was right next to a stream or a river, a body of water that had some rapids sections of the water, and people were surfing and tubing, and people were out there fishing and coming down with their boats and stuff. And it's shallow too, so people were walking along the side. I got my feet in the water. I just had to do it. So I left my group. Nobody else wanted to join me. So I left my group to go find a place where I wouldn't feel like I was going to fall into the river. And so I sat down and put my feet in the water. It was underneath the bridge. So that was kind of nice. It was a very nice day. We spent several hours there shopping and eating and having snacks. And half of the group went off to the bar to have a beer and some pizza. And some of us went for ice cream. And my youngest niece and I went and had chai lattes, iced chai lattes at the coffee shop. So we had a really, really good day. It was kind of like it's not my favorite day, but it is the best feeling day because all of us were together again. And I really, really needed to see my nieces. So that being said, trip to Colorado because Black Wednesday started today with Pat Sloan. I do not have my fabric yet. However, I did download the first pattern, watched her video this morning, and it's Ode to National Parks. And I did go to a national park, which videos will be are posted tomorrow, which was in Utah. I went to Canyonlands, so that's one of the national parks. So I have links below. I don't have all the links below yet, but I started to put some of those up there to where you can get the supply list and all of this stuff. This has started today and will go through November 13th. And this is today's first pattern. So I downloaded that. And just a reminder, I did show this. This is the panel that I purchased while I was at Canyonlands at the gift shop. And this is going to go on the back of my quilt. And based on the colors that are in this panel, and this is the Grand Circle, Utah and Arizona pattern. They're larger pieces. So this is like, how big is this piece? 36 by 43 and a half. So this is going to go on the back of my quilt. So based on the colors that were in here, I chose a fat quarter bundle of Kim Diehl's fabric. I'm going to share my screen and show you that fabric. And it was one of the options that I had for doing my Red Sky at Night quilt. And so I'm still able to use this pattern, this fabric. There we go. Quiet Grace by Kim Diehl. I thought those colors would look really nice with this. And I wanted to use something a little retro, a little reproduction fabric because it's that time of year and I'm really into it now. So there we go. That is what I'm going to be using. I did get notification that it was shipped and should be here Saturday, I believe. So as soon as it ships, I will make my block and probably show it to you on Monday, unless for some reason I don't get my fabric until after the weekend. So we'll see how that goes. But that is what I'm going to be doing my quilt with. And I put links below to where you can get those. And I also included the background fabric because I used one of the lights that are in the project. Let's see here. So I'm going to talk about this next. And this is probably something I'm going to be working on tomorrow during our sew along day. But because I need this project box for this project with Pat Sloan, I need to, and tomorrow is the day that blocks 9 and the borders are due on the Posies quilt. So here is the Posies sew along that I started a couple months ago. The sew along. So I'm going to work on the last pink block that goes in the lower right hand corner. And so I'll probably be working on that tomorrow during our sew along. I don't know if I'll have any of the fabrics cut so I can just sew, but I'll be working on that so I can release this project bin from its contents So the border fabric that I have for this is this yellow. Golly, the lighting in here is awful. Gotta figure something out. I may have to buy something. I can't do that right now. So this is the border fabric that's going to go on this. This is also my binding fabric, the green, which was used in all of the centers of the leaf blocks. And this is my backing, which is a panelish type quilt. So I'm going to leave it just as it is. I have several yards of this. So that's what's going to go on the back of my quilt. And now in November, I believe, November 1st, my Long Armor opens her store, her new store. She has a new brick and mortar store and will be teaching long arming. You can rent it by the day. So in October, I'm going to go out and as soon as we can go in, like reserve a day so I can go in for my teaching and go in and quilt my quilts. So when I've got that reserved, we're going to go through and do a tour of my closet where all my quilt tops are that need to be quilted because I'm going to be using her services to quilt my own quilt tops on her long arm machines. So I'm looking forward to that. She's going to have classroom set up. She's selling fabric, mostly Tilda and Tula. I don't know what else she'll have in store, but I'm really looking forward to her store opening. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to buy more fabric between Olive Juice and her connecting threads or collecting threads. It's not connecting, it's collecting threads. It's very close to the Kansas one. So I should be able to buy locally all the fabric that I need and want. I'm not sure. We'll see. So hopefully that'll be the case. I don't have to order online and get things late because I'm behind on some projects because I haven't got my fabric yet. So let's see what's next. So posies, the sew along, block 9, and the border are assigned for the 12th. So I'll be working on that tomorrow during our sew along day. The other thing that I wanted to discuss here today was, and I posted the picture to the community tab, but I received my kit yesterday for the Christmas cheer mystery quilt along with Primrose Cottage quilts. And I got my kit and it includes everything I need. Background, top, binding, and backing. And it's all in this box. Isn't it pretty? Starberry. Oh, I'm so excited. And this starts on the 13th on Friday. So I don't know if I'll have my email with the first pattern prior to going live to show you. So I know what I'll be working on over the weekend. But I hope to have it available and ready to go. But this is up. I'm so excited. And I was able to switch it out from the red to the red project bent for Christmas. And be a little particular about that. I wanted the red one for Christmas and the pink one for the little pink homestead. All right, so that is that. And I will put links below if you have not yet purchased a kit because I looked yesterday afternoon and things were still available. So I will put some links below on that as well. So some other announcements that I have. I want to do a reminder first of my giveaway that I have reached 500 plus. We're at like what 515. So I'm doing a giveaway. It is going to everything that is in the contents of this little vintage doll quilt basket that I made. It's a little tote basket that I made out of a vintage doll quilt. A little close up of that. It has a box bottom on it, and it is lined with a vintage duck cloth that has images of horse and carriage and ducks and bunnies, and it is really cute. It's really cute. Inside is a lot of fabric. I have a jelly roll of Dawn on the Prairie with Fancy That Designs. This little jelly roll, honey bun in here. And this one here is Cider by Basic Gray. All in time for fall. These two, perfect for fall projects. Perfect. I also have a couple of charm packs in here. One is great for summer, spring. It is Backyard Blooms by Allison Harris with Wyndham Fabrics. All very bright and cheery. Save that for a spring project. And then I also have this XOXO by April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. And this is all red, whites, and blacks, and possibly some pink for Valentine's Day. So one lucky winner will win this. You must comment. Good morning, Diane. Good job. I love that other people are doing the same quilt-alongs. I just love that. So you must comment in the QuiltTube 105 video only the word or the number 500, because I have reached 500 subscribers. It has also come this next Monday, my 3rd-year anniversary on YouTube. Started off as FlossTube and have moved into more of a QuiltTube. Quilt Bomber. that came around this May. So I'm loving that. I'm doing all the sew-alongs and all the blocks of the month and all of the quilt-alongs that I can find that I just am in love with. So comment 500 on that video. And at the end of the day on Thursday, tomorrow, I will, I think I'm going to try to do this during our video. I still haven't yet played with it, but use the random generator thing to try to come up with a winner for this lovely, lovely gift. I can't wait to get that out in the mail to somebody. There'll be more instructions in the description of video 105, since that's the only way you can enter. You must be a subscriber as well. So, and apparently I can find out. I have to look all this up. I may have to do all this before I go live on Friday, but I hope you trust me. I hope you trust me if I end up having to do that just because I can't figure things out and have to do another method. I may have to get my son involved and put names in a basket and pick them that way. But I'll try to video that whole thing so that you can be sure that it's all good, that it's done fair and square and all that good stuff. So it will be, I promise. I really do. So with that being said, let's see, let's go on to the next thing. So I have some announcements of some new sew-alongs that I am aware of, and a couple of them I'm really interested in. However, I don't have any time this month to do anything about it. Absolutely none. But I do want to purchase those patterns from those designers and at least have those on hand so that at some point, someday, I can make one block or a couple of blocks, something of that nature. But the first one I wanted to share, and the only reason I want to share this is because I am in love with this whole concept. This is the mini alphabet sew-along and workshop with Allison Glass and Juicy Juice. Giuseppe. I can't think of his last name at the moment, but Allison Glass. I've done a mini sew-along with these two. Is more than 5 years ago. I know it's more than 4, but it might have been more than 5 years ago. but they have come up with this mini alphabet quilt. Now, it's just a pattern for the alphabet. And I would love to put words. I've dreamed of making like this really bright quilt that has all this beautiful positive energy words on it. And so this I think would be perfect because they're small. Because all the other patterns that I have, they're at least 6 inches or more. And I wanted something really small. So I didn't have to make a very large quilt or anything, but so I'm going to at least buy the pattern on this one so I can, I like to piece like I did with my Evelyn quilt that I showed a few videos back. I did put Evelyn's name on the back, but it's a very large name. And sometimes you just don't have the space for such large things. So this is actually a quilt along. And it starts, let's see, when does it start? And it has workshops too. So I'll put links below here, but there are also links on my Facebook page if you want to scroll through there. I think I just did it. I think October 2nd it starts. Yes, October 2nd. It will run for 8 weeks, plus a bonus month to complete your project. So if you're interested in something like this, go ahead and sign up for that workshop. I did something previously 4 or 5 years ago, which was a mini series, which was a foundation paper piecing of like, here's the log cabin, and then there was a courthouse steps. There was a number of different blocks, and I know this is going to look really, it's going to hurt your eyes. Foundation paper piecing, all these little tiny little pieces. And I did it. I finished my quilt and I received my pin from Allison and Juicy for completing the project. And this is what I did with it. I made this out of it. So those are all of mine. I may have done them a little bit smaller because you can choose the size when to stop making your log cabins and whatnot. But that's this. And then I did some hand quilting on it, big stitch hand quilting. So, and this is a linen fabric that I got at Joann's actually. It's a gray or a charcoal. So that's my little project. On the binding, and I also used, I think this is like Juicy Juice's fabric, but I did some hand stitching on my binding as well. Big stitch. I did it in the, oh no, I just did it on the top. It didn't even go through the back. So I did some big stitching on that, and I used, all the same colors that were used in the fabrics, and they're all solids. And then I just have this gray on the back, which was also a fabric I picked from Joann Fabrics. I put one of these little labels on it, and this is the pin that I received for completing the project. So it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I looked forward to each week making those blocks. I purchased the packet and downloaded it, and so it was a joy to finish. I enjoyed that, and so I'm looking forward to getting the pattern for this. And I honestly don't even know. I thought I saw a video, and I know in the links that I have for this on Facebook, there was a YouTube video or about the project and the sew along, and I thought Giuseppe said it was a pieced blocks. Hi, Polly. You're from the UK. Oh, thanks you guys for being here. They're just new names. I'm so excited. I love it. Polly and Diane, I am so happy you guys are here. Thank you so much for being here and being a fellow quilt bomber, I assume. You like doing sew-alongs and stuff too? I don't know. I'm just like in a state with all of this. I'm having so much fun. All right, so that is that I wanted to share with you. So there's that sew along. If you're interested in joining them and sewing along an alphabet or making some beautiful quilt with some positive energy for words on it. The other thing I wanted to share was Laundry Basket Quilts is doing a lot of stuff, but they are also doing a little basket contest. And I'll have links in the description below later today. Since I didn't get time to get all of that accomplished prior to going live today due to my computer upgrade taking too much time. But she has this quilt on the thing, and there is a pattern. You do have to purchase the pattern. But the contest is to try to make as many little baskets as you can. And they're 4 inches by October 15th. And for every 6 basket blocks that you make and post, you will receive 1 entry into a drawing. So, for example, if you've made 6 baskets, you'll get 1 ticket. So if you made 60 baskets, you'll get 10 tickets. And your deadline is October 15th. And there'll be a drawing for it. And the winner will be drawn and announced on Friday the 18th on the live show. But I think the little baskets are just so freaking cute. And I already have this pattern, which is laundry baskets. And this is not the one that's for sale, though. But I purchased this one a while ago. And so I want to make some baskets. I don't know that I'll actually do it. But the whole idea of doing these little baskets, because I bought this with every intention of making the quilt and never did. So this might be something maybe, and I'll show you my update on the birthday mystery, but I've been making these little heart blocks to go with each of the blocks for the birthday mystery. Maybe I'll start throwing in a little basket. I don't know. I just like tickled pink about this. I think it is so cool. And I think it's a really great concept and a great idea. It's not like a sew along or anything. It's just make a bunch of baskets and then you can put it a quilt together. And they're really small. And they don't seem too difficult. I think there is the applique handle. And she explains in the stuff that's on her website, because this is also on her blog. And so I do have a link to the blog below. So, but she uses a 5mm bias tape and Clover fusible bias tape maker. And stuff, links are on there. So I thought maybe others might be interested in this. I know somebody did share it from my Facebook page, so I know other people are interested. So I think it's just adorable. I was so excited. There was one other one I wanted to share with you, and I'll do that tomorrow because I didn't get the information off the website. My computer shut down at that point and wasn't moving anywhere, so I had to shut her down. So anyway, that is that. Do I have, I have to do the update on the laundry basket quilt. So yesterday I went through and did a fabric selections for blocks 35, 36, and 37. 35 and 36 I was behind on because I was on vacation the last couple of weeks. So I finished block 35, and this is it right here. And there is the heart block that I make with everyone. It's not part of the sew along. It's not part of any other sew along. It's just, this started in January, and then in February I wanted to make that heart pillow back there. And so I just decided I wanted to have some blue ones because I thought maybe I'd make a 4th of July one. But it ended up being that I just started making one of these for every one of these blocks that I'm making. And somehow, some way, I might incorporate it into the quilt. I might make pillow shams. I don't know. I really have no idea what I'm going to do with them yet. And we'll wait until the end of the sew along to get that done. So this is hers. I printed off so I can do some fabric selections based on that. And this is the fabrics that I selected from the bin that I am working with. And I'm using all the blues and whites from my stash. I may have purchased a couple extra fat quarters. I may not have. You'd have to watch a previous video. I did purchase more. I did make some more purchases. It's okay. And then this is block 36. This is Adita's block and my finished block. and my heart block that goes with that one. So that is that one. And number 37, I still have to do, whoops, excuse me. I hit the computer. I chose my fabrics yesterday live, and this is the block that goes with that. So that's what I am using, and I will have that together hopefully today, and I will show you that one tomorrow, because I want to have those done so that come next Tuesday, I'm right back on schedule again. Not many block of the months here in the UK. Not in my price range anyway. Exactly. I struggle with that as well. I have unfortunately fallen in love with PayPal payment plans, paying for. And that's how I've been affording my projects. Probably not the best way to go about it, but if you have a stash, I can point you. Watch my Facebook page. Please go to my there are links below for that. Go to my Facebook page, because every now and again, which is probably once or twice a day, or every other day, or every 2 days, I will post something that I come across as I'm scrolling through Facebook and Instagram of sew-alongs and quilt-alongs and stuff that are going on. So if you are interested in joining any of them, the links will be there. I may talk about some of them, especially the ones that I'm going to join along with. I will actually talk about, or at least do a portion of their sew along. I might make a block. I might make two. If it fit it in my schedule. Otherwise, it just goes in this little basket back here of things I really would love to do someday. So I at least purchase patterns. I like to at least go and support the designers who create these things, because if it catches my eye and I have to do it, I'll at least want to purchase the pattern, so that at some point in the future I might be able to do that. And I don't know if those things are available to you in the UK, such as the PayPal payment plans that we have here in the United States. But I think you are the first UK person that I'm aware of that has joined our videos, and I know we have a Canadian one, but that's all I'm aware of. So I am so excited, Polly, that you are here with us today. I don't know, where in the UK are you, and what time of day is it for you? Because it's 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here in the state of Wisconsin, and I'm just tickled pink right now. I'm so excited. Thank you. So I try to make it as affordable as possible. The little pink homestead that I'm included in, I'm using Mustache for that one, just because I would love to have purchased some sort of fat quarter bundle, but I have a lot of fabric too. So, I'm working with what I got right now with some of these things. I have purchased quite a few things, but again, I've got several things on payment plans, and they'll be all paid up and paid off by the end of October, and credit cards are fun. I'm sorry. I am such an instigator. So don't spend your money if you don't want to. But sometimes I just can't help myself sometimes. All right, you guys. So don't forget to go to video 105 and sign up. Put your 500 in the comments so that you can get in on this. And I will send it anywhere in the world. So, Polly, if you want to do it, you go right ahead, okay? I will send it anywhere in the world. All right, you guys. Take care. Have a fabulous day. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll have our sew along day. And that's every Thursday at 10 a.m. for at least an hour minimum. And might go a little longer, depending on what it is I'll be working on. And all the chat that goes on, if we're having a good time, we might as well just stay online. But at least a minimum of an hour. All right. You guys have a good day. I love you. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.